I'm going to do a quick little cooking session for Buldak spicy ramen. My own little recipe that I use. Just going to take the packets out. Put them aside. And I'm going to be adding some paprika, however you're supposed to say that, just for some extra flakes. A little bit of this onion mix, just because it's mostly dehydrated onions. A bouillon cube. And at times I do make them from scratch using the sauces, which is a little better for you. I use a brown rice sauce. And I also do have some leftover flakes that are more veggies from one of the other ones my daughter made. And she did not use them. First I'm going to start with the noodles. Sometimes I put them in whole, sometimes I break them. This time I'm going to give them a little break. It's all personal preference. You do what you like. I'm also going to cheat a little bit so we don't have to sit, drop a few noodles on the floor. So we don't have to wait for water to boil. I'm going to use my Ninja K-Rug over here. And we're going to go over 10 ounces of, 10 ounces of boiling water. And then we'll dump that on top. Make that faster, sorry about that. Just trying to get them to lay a little flat so they cook a little better. Our water's cooking now. I will add 1 bouillon cube, as I mentioned. I'll add that up front to let it start breaking up and getting into the flavor of the noodles. Our water's almost done here. A few more seconds. Then it's got the sauce pack, which if you don't like spicy, don't put the whole thing in. And there's the little flake pack, which is mostly sesame seeds and the seaweed. That's why I like this. It also has sesame seeds, seaweeds. There's a few extra things in there as well. Actually, not too much. Mostly just that. I'll put a little bit in. Guess I don't really need it, but we'll add it. We're almost at a cup of boiling water, so that's getting pretty close. I like this. It's a very large burner, so this I'm actually going to put it kind of medium low because this pot is so small. Not putting it on the heat yet though. Our boiling water is just finishing up here. Alright, it says 20 ounces of water. I like to use about 10 ounces just because I don't have to dump off the bouillon cube and it gets a little too much for me. Too much liquid that way. Should I bring this up to medium? And here's the point where it's very personal how you want to do it. My daughter says I cook mine too long. I do about 3 minutes. And the water's not boiling up yet, so I'll leave it at 3. Alright, well that starts. Put some of this in the garbage. I'll try to keep it a little clean, keep the wife happy. Alright. Not quite breaking up yet. Actually, being that it didn't seem as warm as I wanted, I'm going to restart the timer. Right when it starts getting a little boiling. I think the mass of the pot slowed it down. I haven't done it with the pre-boiled water before, so that was a new step here. Thought I'd speed it up a little bit. Alright, starting to see a little bit of bubbles. I might be just getting out of the noodles though. Get these noodles smushed down as they get in the water. My daughter likes to do this in a frying pan also. So it's whatever you have. This was clean. I figured I'd do it this way. I usually do a pot myself, so. Alright, so now our noodles are mostly in the water. I'll start our 3-minute timer here. As I said, if you like a little al dente, you can go maybe 2 minutes from here. This is the normal flake pack. Sesame seed, seaweed. Dump that in there. And this is some from one of the purple ones, some little veggies. So I'll dump that in there. Don't really need to add this because this is already in there, but I'm just going to show you. It's got your flakes and your sesame seeds. Usually when I start off with just plain ramen noodles, again, using the sauces, I prefer the black one. I do that. And again here, a little bit of onion. It does get a little bit of some powder in there, but that'd be alright. Alright, let's do it either way. Also forgot to mention, I always throw in a piece of cheese. So I think the little cheesiness to them makes them a little creamier, the sauce. So those noodles are starting to go good. We're at 1:45. Open up my cheese. Get ready to go. I do think creaming it up also, I put a little bit of ghee in there. Not too much, you don't want to get overboard with it. You go like that, and I just smear it on the cheese. When I put the cheese in, put that side down. See, we're boiling a little too much. Let's drop the heat. Still got a minute left on the noodles. They're looking pretty good here. Put sauce in there. You can see that on the camera. I like them a little bit saucy, but not too much. Vegetables starting to expand good. Flakes. Push as many of them back down in. Alright, about 26 seconds left here. Just getting my sauce ready. I have to kind of push it all to one side just so you don't get it all over the place. I'm going to set it up this way just to keep the gravity helping us out here. Alright, so we got about 10 seconds left. And they're looking pretty good. So I'm going to throw the cheese with the ghee side down. Just like that. Stop our timer. The rest of it is just to eye. I don't time it anymore. I dump the Buldak sauce in there. Make sure I get all of it out because I like it spicy. And see the cheese is melting into there a bit. Here, I'll just put some of the noodles on top of it. Want to help that cheese melts a little bit into the sauce. Start stirring it too soon. All the cheese seems to stick to the fork, and yeah, just makes it a little. Yeah, I find it a little easier to just spoon some of those noodles over the top. Kind of fold it in like it. Alright. I'll give that a second, put that back up to medium. Toss out my scraps here. Again, keep the wife happy. Now you can see the sauce is getting pretty good. It's got a nice color to it. Stir it up, get that cheese in there good. And again, my daughter says I overdo the noodles, but I kind of like them that way. But if you don't, just don't put them in as long. Put the cheese in a little earlier. If you want the cheese, none of this is what you have to do. This is my recipe. If you like other stuff, put other stuff in. Got some dehydrated veggies. Those would be good in here. I haven't had any for a while, so we don't have any in the house. I'm just waiting for the sauce to thicken up a little bit here. Looking very good. None of our noodles are sticking in clumps. Just a few more seconds. Turn off the heat. These pots have a copper bottom, so they do hold the heat for a little while. So it's still cooking a little bit, but our sauce is definitely thickening up now. Veggies down off the sides. And there you have it. That's my version of the Buldak Hot Black. I do enjoy this one the best. I've tried almost all of them. I didn't like the 2X. I didn't mind the heat of it, but I just think that the heat took away from the flavor. And I just didn't enjoy it as much. Alright, there you go. Spicy Buldak with a little cheesy sauce and a little extra veggies in there. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to get some more videos, not just cooking. I do some 3D printing, gaming, a few other things. So if you enjoyed this video or want to see anything else, please post a comment on what you want to see. If you like and subscribe, that would help me a lot. I don't have any subscribers right now. I'm just getting started on this YouTube stuff. So if you want to see more Buldak, like the one from scratch with basic using the sauces, let me know. I'll get some of the noodles. I usually get the brown rice ones from Costco. And a little bit better for you than these noodles. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.